I'm Daniella Leonce. I am 29 years old. I go to Bow Down, and I'm the principal of Carver Christian Academy. I was raised in a very small town, 6,000 people, with 3% minority. I had no idea what the word inner city meant whatsoever. I'd never heard of that word before. In my freshman year of college, it's about October, and we had to do a thing called workship at PBA, which is serving, getting community service. And my friend invited me to go to an after-school program in the inner city. And so I'm thinking I'm going to downtown West Palm. I'm going to go to some school in the middle of the city, and that's what I thought inner city meant. So I show up and I'm like, this is not what I thought it was. The kids are kind of looking at me and I'm looking at them like, what is this? But something just kept me going back. Not everybody worked out in that after school program. Most people that started quit within 2 weeks because they couldn't handle it, getting cursed out, kids that are fighting every single day. There was a lot of behavioral issues and took a lot of perseverance to stick with it. I ended up volunteering for the rest of that year. I ended up getting a work-study job for the following 3 years of PBA. I had some challenges those first couple years. I wanted to quit. And my senior year, I remember being in my boss's office saying, I'm not doing this anymore. Because I had just been through the ringer. There was kids that were, when I say they were cursing you out, I mean like every single day. Like, I hate you. My boss was like, no, you need to stick to it. You need to keep going. You need to persevere through this because you're going to see change in these kids. And I went home and I prayed and I was like, yeah, this is for me. And there was a student, we'll call him Q. And my freshman year, he was there. He was one of the kids that was cursing me out on a regular basis. He was around 10 when I had met him. So he was involved in some pretty serious gang activity, but he showed up to aftercare Monday, Wednesday, Friday for his snack. But when he came in, there was rules. And we would just shower him with love all the time. And he would just get so mad at us. And he started the same fight almost every single day with the same kids. And it was like clockwork. It was like, Q, meet me at the fence. And he knew exactly where to go. As soon as he started the fight, meet me at the fence. And I had the same conversation with him every single day. And every single day was the same thing. I was like, all right, Miss Daniella. And he would just go off and do the same thing every day for the next 3 years. And he would leave and I would be like, I love you, Q. And he was like, whatever. My fourth year, like I said, around the time I wanted to quit, the next couple times he was tempted to have that fight, to start the fight with the same kid. And there was this one day he was like, I'm not doing this. And he walked off. And then the next time he came, he didn't get into any fights at all. And it was either that time or the next time he was leaving. Nothing had happened. He was just leaving from aftercare. And he stopped and he was like, I love you, Miss Daniella. And I was like, what? And I was just like, wow, this has been almost 4 years. And I had finally gotten to him. This is something that you give your entire life to, and you have to wait for the results. And you may not even see those results in your time with them. But your commitment is to the calling that God gave you. So about a year later, I applied for a job here at Urban Youth Impact. I actually applied to be Mr. Bill Hobbs' executive assistant, and my resume got scooted off to another position for a team leader. I transitioned into a couple different positions at Urban Youth. I did data, program administrator, and then I ended up being hired to lead after school program. So I was the director of TLA for about 3 years and gained enough experience to feel equipped to become the principal of Carver Christian. Our kindergarten class, so kindergarten students had never experienced other school before. This is their first school experience, no other prior education, 100% inner city, with about 50% of them reading below a pre-K level. So they didn't know how to read. But by the end of our first school year, 100% of them are reading on grade level, and 91% of them are reading above grade level. And not only that, they're memorizing scripture, they're learning Matthew 18, they know how to confront one another They know what it's like to be selfless. They're receiving awards for what we call an I Am Third award. There's just a lot of biblical character building that they're getting on top of academics. A lot of people that feel that racism is an issue will say, well, white people don't understand because they haven't been what we've been through, and they can't connect to black people because they don't understand. I would say that that's a complete falsehood, because my life has proven that that's not true. I haven't experienced anything that, we have 100% black students. I haven't experienced anything that they've experienced, but yet I've been able to minister to them for over 10 years, and God has kept me there, and there's been fruit from that.